doing interviews. You'll find her with celebrities and all the latest news. She's here, she's there, she's everywhere, she's always on the go. So sit back, relax, and get ready. This is the Corey Taylor Talks Show.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Corey Taylor Talks, live from Las Vegas. I am so excited for my guest today. We recently met at the Golden Globes gifting suites, and I fell in love with her products immediately, and her as a person too. So I'm very excited to have on Meghann from Practicality Skincare. So hi, Meghann, how are you?
Hey, I'm good. Thank you. I'm super excited to be doing this.
Yeah, we're so excited to have you too. Like I said, we met at the Golden Globes gifting suite, and there's amazing products there and stuff. But I the second I met you, I really liked you and the girl you were with, and the products were just phenomenal. And I've been using them and I love them. So I really wanted to have you on. So it's great to have you and talk about everything.
Thank you. Yeah, that was my cousin Logan. She came out with me. So,
Okay, awesome.
and we're actually getting ready to do another event for the Oscars with Ecolux, and they're doing a event for the wildfires for donations for that. So that'll be a really fun event. So,
Oh wow,
yeah,
awesome.
yeah. But yeah, so the product that was in your gift bag was the that spa smell lotion.
Which I'm currently wearing right now.
It is so amazing. What I love about, so I guess for me, I started formulating magnesium products first because I'm also a massage therapist. And so I deal with a lot of people that are in chronic pain and acute pain. And so magnesium is great as a topical muscle relaxer. And as I got older, I couldn't swallow the magnesium supplement. Like it was just really, it's so big.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I started researching magnesium and topical magnesium and started using that when we lived out in Seattle. And it's one of my products that my husband always, when we would go camping in Seattle, he'd be like, do not forget the magnesium gel. And I'm like, got it. And I couldn't get it in the gel anymore. So I started making my own. And so I have multiple products under that. And I actually source my magnesium from the United States, which is completely different than most people that are supplying magnesium. And I don't think a lot of people know that. So my magnesium is 98% magnesium chloride compared to the Dead Sea flakes. They're only 47%.
Wow. That's a huge difference.
Huge difference. And initially, I didn't know about the difference in the percentages, but I started thinking about the Dead Sea and the amount of people that go out there and just tourism and floating in the Dead Sea, which is incredible for you. But then I was like, sunscreen. And with a product like magnesium or other salt-based brine products, you can't really filter out the toxins and chemicals out of them. And so I found a source in the United States, which is in Utah. And I was like, yeah, people probably are not like going out and seeking this out and soaking in it. And so it's a lake rather than the ocean. So the flakes look a little different. But I don't have concerns about pollution and chemicals in the product. And it's so much more effective because it's 98% magnesium chloride.
Well, like you said, I would never even really think about that, but I'm glad you did. That's amazing, and I think that really stands out from everyone else that's doing it, because you're getting, like you said, basically pure magnesium.
Yeah, and that was in your little bag too. So there's magnesium oil, which people have been so crazy about the magnesium oil. I made a magnesium gel, and literally all my clients were like, we've heard about this magnesium oil. Can you make that? And I was like, let me tell you how to make it. You buy the magnesium flakes and it's 1-to-1. Make it yourself, super cheap. And they were like, fantastic. Anyway, back to you making it. And I was like, understood. Back to me making it. I shall make it for you. And so that was my most recent magnesium product. So yes, I'm obsessed with magnesium. And then I started formulating other products after that. So my lotions came next. We moved to Nebraska. So I kind of have this weird thing that happens to me when I see an ingredient. I'm like, what will we do with this? Because it's like, there's so many like fun things about it. So tallow, was one, specifically grass-fed tallow. And in Nebraska, I mean, when in Rome, we've got a lot of cows out here.
Right.
So yeah, so that's how I started formulating that. And then I used a couple ingredients, baobab, which is mainly from Africa and kind of the eastern part of Africa. And it's a tree that is like a 2,000-year-old tree. It lasts for or lives forever. So it's really sustainable. But I like to say it has the alphabet of vitamins in the oil. So it's so good for you. It has 2 different types of vitamin E. And then neem oil, which they call the lilac of India. And neem oil smells terrible, just so you know. Like horrible. My husband was like, I don't think it's that bad. I'm like, yes, because you have all the things that your body wants from it. So neem is good for atopical dermatitis, rashes, dry skin. It's so good for us. So yeah, those products. And then I use unrefined shea butter rather than regular shea butter because unrefined shea butter hasn't gone through the hot process yet. So it has all the minerals and nutrients in it. So it's still really good for us.
Gotcha. Got it.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's so, and like you said, like you took your background with it and then you made your own products, and apparently a lot of people love them. And like I said, I've been using the lotion especially because I've recently gotten into beef tallow myself, and it is amazing. Like I can't believe this wasn't a huge thing for years already. Like it is made such a big difference. I have a moisturizer with it, and now my hands, because I get really chapped skin. I have extremely dry skin, and it has helped so much. I was so excited when you gave me the lotion. I was like, oh my gosh, and it smells delicious, and it's everything about it is perfect.
You know, we used to use tallow for everything. So our great grandmothers used it. And then I feel like in the 70s and 80s, we were like, no, we are not putting animal fat on our skin. Like our grandmas did it, our great grandmas did it. And I think now that people are kind of starting to like get back to what we used to do and looking at some of those remedies that we used to have. I mean, my grandmother had the most beautiful skin. She did not
Yeah.
have a wrinkle on her, and she grew up using these things. So
Yeah.
I think that I love that people are starting to use these ingredients again because they're so good for us. And I talked to my vegan friends and my vegetarian friends and asked them, like, how do you feel about tallow? And they said, well, we might not use it ourselves, but we really love that you're using all of the parts of the animal because it's a waste if it's not. And so it is about sustainability. I make sure that I source mine from a really ethical company in Nebraska, the way that they work, and that's important to me. So
Yeah.
I lucked out. Like I lucked out with finding it at this place that was amazing and then geeked out over it and researched it. So yeah.
Yeah, no, and it's interesting you brought that up because honestly, the first time, the reason I even started using tallow was because I heard about it on TikTok, and I was like, ew. I was like, I'm not gonna put beef fat on my face. And then like everyone's like, no, it's the most amazing thing. And I was like, okay, I'll try it. And honestly, it is such a night and day difference. And once you, like you said, once you get over that stigma, and then I'm like, I eat meat all the time. It's in all products that we don't know about, but like you said, this is natural and it's there. And especially with your product, like you said, you know the place in Nebraska and it's ethical. I mean, that makes such a big difference. And I rather know exactly what I'm using than have all these secret hidden ingredients that are doing God knows what to me. So
Right. And I feel like that too. I had someone say one time, a long time ago, like, why would you make your own product line? Because you can just go out and buy it. You can private label it, you can get it from someone else. And for me, I want to know all of the ingredients that I'm putting in my product line. I want to know that my preservatives are all natural and plant-based, where I know I'm using an animal byproduct, so plant-based doesn't really matter in this one, but it's not chemical.
right.
Every single thing that I use is all natural in my ingredients. And on the bottom of the label, I put all natural despite all the fancy words, because you look at the product, your ingredients, and you're like, what does all of this mean? And they're just the scientific words for waxes that make it all go together, preservative that makes it last. And I get a little nervous when I see on TikTok where people are like, oh, it's a beef tallow product that only has 3 ingredients. And I'm like, ooh, what are they?
Yeah.
And not one of them is a preservative. And I'm like, friend, you have to have a preservative. I actually use 2 different preservatives, and one of them is similar to colloidal silver, but more effective. And so it also, while you're using it, is sanitizing your hands as well and your body.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah, and it's funny you said that because I was actually, like I said, I first saw it on TikTok and stuff, and the ones that they were doing, I was like, I don't know. And I was doing more research, and then I found one for a moisturizer, and that was great because I did a lot of, like you said, a lot of research, and they do have to have some preservatives in it, or else it's not very good. But then I saw when we met you, I was like, oh my gosh, for a lotion, I didn't even think about that. And I have such chapped hands, and it has made such a huge difference for my skin. It's really, I was so thankful when I got it from you. It was amazing.
Thank you. And it comes in 4 different scents. So I have that spa smell, which I gave to you. I have Orange You Happy, which is kind of, it's like a creamsicle scent. So it's very summery and light. Vanilla Smoke, which I use, vanilla extract, a lot of which I make myself, and clove. So it's kind of the smoky vanilla one. I sell to a local company here, and the lady that sources it or buys it for me, she was like, can you give me a special one? Because this is my signature scent. I'm like, absolutely. And then I just came out with our Diamonds on the Inside, which is our unscented one. And so I only use essential oils. I don't use fragrance oils or perfumes or anything like that. So this one is unscented, and it's still amazing. I was so worried because of the tallow and the neem and the unrefined shea butter that have very like distinct smells.
Yeah.
It smells so good. And I have a lot of pregnant clients right now and babies that are around in the area. So I was like, this is perfect for baby skin because it doesn't have any essential oil in it. So there's nothing that's going to irritate little one's skin. So yeah.
That's so smart. Yeah, because I love the scent of the one that I got, that spa smell. But I am very sensitive to a lot of different smells, and I know a lot of people are. So I think that's a great option. Like you said, if you don't like it, you do have the unscented option, and it doesn't smell gross like you might have. It smells like nothing, and that's great. And like you said, for baby skin or extremely sensitive skin, that is so extremely helpful.
Yeah. And then the other product that I gave you was the Get Growing and Repair hair mask. And this is one of our new ones too. And so as I mentioned, I'm a massage therapist, and I severely broke my arm about 2 years ago. I moved from this little cottage house in Seattle to Nebraska, where we have big homes here, right? So there's like basements, main floor, and then upstairs. And I fell down our stairs and broke my arm. And so I had to have 2 surgeries, and my hair got really thin because of all the anesthesia. So, yeah. And so the Get Growing and Repair mask, it has a base of the unrefined shea butter. So that's really going to nourish your hair. But then I also use pumpkin seed oil and botana oil, which both are like proven to help stimulate hair growth. Botana oil, where it comes from, they actually call it the village of the long-haired women because the women all have really long hair because they use botana oil. And then argan oil, which is going to help nourish the hair, and castor oil, because castor oil is a really deep penetrating oil. So when you combine castor oil with other oils, it's going to get into our bodies faster. And then I use a little bit of apple cider vinegar to help stimulate the scalp and clean the scalp. So we're going to get those follicles stimulated, and then rosemary essential oil. This one is good for any sort of hair type. So I have really fine hair, and and I've always been afraid of hair masks because I'm like, my hair's already so fine. I'll sleep in it. I'll sleep with, I leave it on overnight. I just put a waterproof shower cap on, rinse it out the next morning, and I have so much volume in my hair. But
Really?
I've gotten feedback from other clients that have like thicker hair, coarser hair, textured hair, and they're like, it totally penetrates so that way I can do more with my hair. I had one client tell me she didn't even rinse it out the next day, which I was like, sorry, fine haired lady right here. I cannot relate to that at all. So this one I can't keep in stock in our store. This one is like constantly selling out in our store where I have people waiting for me to make it again.
That's
So
awesome.
yeah, love that one.
Yeah, and that is so good because like you said, I have super fine hair and it gets really greasy really quick. So it's always scary to try new hair products and stuff because I never know how it will react to it. But no, it's so nice and it's so refresh and and it really can help with hair growth too. My hair it just doesn't grow. I've tried for years and it just doesn't grow. So I'm excited to see the long-term results of using it for sure.
Mine too. Like this is a healthy length for me because I cannot get my hair to grow past my shoulders.
Yeah.
I don't understand. I just had a conversation with a woman that bought it the other day and she was nervous and I told her, I'm like, don't be nervous. It's going to grow your hair. It's not going to weigh it down. It is good for everyone. And that's what I try to do with my products. The name of the product line is Practicality Skincare. And the idea is that all of the products are very practical. I'm not making anything that does not have a very significant use that will help people in their everyday lives. I'm getting ready to formulate another product that is meant for like severe, like acute pain that's going on in your body. And I'm so excited to release that one. One of the other ones that I released that I really wanted to take with me, but I didn't have the tins was This Is My Everything Balm. And in Nebraska, they have bugs. And I'm not talking like normal, like, oh, we've got a fly. It's kind of annoying. I'm talking like these things bite you and you can't see them. And they're like drone mosquitoes. It is insane. And so I had someone like, they had these bites and they were like, they itch so much. So I whipped it up for them and they were like, that's amazing. Like our bite didn't itch after that. So this product, I'm excited to get out there more. I don't have it on our Amazon site yet, and I'm putting it on our website soon because this is another one that I can't keep in. But it's good for cuts, minor cuts and scratches, minor burns, cuticles, tattoo renewal, bug bites. Like it is your first aid balm.
That's awesome.
Yes.
And that's so especially like when you could just use one product for so many different things. That's such a big help,
Yeah.
No, I'm so excited we found you, and I like I said, everyone there at the gifting suites really loved your stuff, and like I said, when I took it home and I really started using the towel and everything, it made such a huge difference, and I'm so excited we had you on to actually talk about it and all your products, and I think you're amazing, and I think it's great that you could tell how much you genuinely care about it, and you do think about every product and where it comes from and what you're using for each thing. And I think that's so special. And I love helping small businesses, especially because it's a real human behind it. And it's someone who puts their heart and soul into it. And it sounds like your business is already doing amazing. And I just hope it continues to grow and grow and grow because you really care about it. And you're putting so much thought into everything, which unfortunately is so hard to find nowadays. And every product you're like, I don't know what's really in this. I don't know what's really going on here, but you do, and you're direct from the source. So I'm really excited about it, and it's a perfect name for the company. I mean, just everything about it is great. So I just hope you continue to grow and grow and grow with it.
Thank you. I appreciate that. We're looking forward to it. It's been fun, and I like doing it, and I like it when people come in and tell me how it helps them. So that's important.
No, and I'm so excited. I'm gonna definitely buy the everything balm, and because I always get cuts and like you said, scrapes here and there. Thankfully, in Vegas, we don't have too many bugs, and I'm not a nature girl, so I stay away. I stay away from it and stuff, but I still get the cuts and scrapes, of course. So I'm excited to try that, And yeah, I can't wait to see what you have next. And I can't wait to see the long-term effects of the hair mask and just everything and the magnesium oil. I mean, you just have such great products. So you said you have like an Amazon store and your actual store. Where can people get everything from you?
So they can go to, so I have a website on Amazon and it's called Practicality Skincare. So they can search that, and then they can follow or whatever. And then I also have I have a website that you can buy things directly through our online website, which is also Practicality Skincare. And then, yeah, our brick and mortar store, which is nice. And then I'm expanding into other stores. So I've shipped out a few products to Washington State for them to carry in their stores, North Carolina, Florida. So I'm definitely expanding my reach so that way more people can get it, because I'm really excited for people to try it and have the good experience with it.
Absolutely. Hopefully, we can get some of your stuff out here in some stores in Vegas and stuff too. But I think it's great it's online because, anyone from anywhere can get it that way. So,
Yes.
yeah. Well, thank you so much for being on. It really was an honor talking to you again, and hopefully we'll see you soon. But like I said, I can't wait to get more stuff from you and just continue to use it and see the benefits of it. So it was so good having you back on, or having you on.
Awesome. Thank you, Corey. You don't know how much I appreciate this. Thank you.
Of course. Thank you so much, Meghann. And thank you guys for watching. Please go check out their store. I promise you will not regret it. All of their products are phenomenal. And as you can see, she genuinely cares about everything and puts so much thought into it. And that's why it's so successful. So just please continue to support. Thank you guys so much for watching. Remember, never give up, always believe, and you'll achieve. Thank you and God bless.